Hello my darlings, hope you're all doing well. Blanche Lily here, and welcome to this pick a card reading where we'll be taking a look whether 2024 is the year when you are going to relocate, So you'll be finding out whether you should be packing your suitcases and looking for that moving company. 3 options for today's reading. Option number 1, pink quartz. Option number 2, the amethyst. And option number 3, green aventurine. Alright, see which one you're also drawn to. Don't overthink it. And let's go ahead and get started. And lovely option number 1, if you guys were drawn to the pink quartz, get comfy as I'm shuffling the cards. Say your name out loud or in your head. Helps you better connect to the energies of the reading. Alright, let's see what's going to be coming through. When we're talking about movement, relocation, whether it's international or domestic, you guys are already in that energy that's filled with excitement. You want to explore. You want that fresh energy. Okay. We have a little doggy dog over here. Yeah. There's definitely this desire to find something more stable, to find something more fun, to connect with other people. There's desire within you to move. If that doesn't sound like you guys, choose one of the other 2 options, because here I'm getting this excitement, this feeling of, yes, I want to explore something new. Yes, I have that fire within me. Yes, it's burning bright. Yes, it's making me look at tickets. It's making me look at, things to do in a new place. Okay. Been saving money over here. See, now, for some of you, this is quite interesting. You're going to sell stuff. They're telling me that you're going to sell stuff. I don't know if for some of you, there's this energy of selling the apartment or selling something that you've got, maybe a car. But it's like accumulation of money. You know what? So far, so good. So far, so good. You're thinking of ways to make more money. You're thinking of ways to invest. Oh my gosh. You know what? Option number 1, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to definitely say yes over here. You're so ready. Like the energies are just accelerating you towards this movement, towards this relocation. So let me see if you're going to move for business, for pleasure. For pleasure you can't measure. Let me see how this is going to happen. And of course, then we'll take a look at whether you're going to love it or whether you'll be like, oh, damn. Should I be booking my return tickets? Because that happens too, All right, so how's it going to happen for you? You know what, option number 1, honestly, for a lot of you, relocation is something that's fated. Relocation, it's something that is, like the universe is conspiring with you to make it happen. So for a lot of you, literally, it has something to do with investment. Because here they're telling me like the doors are open. So it's either that you're going to go as a professional, it's either that you're going to go as an investor, or you're going to go through work, right? You're selling something, moving something. There's this energy that for some of you, you might, sell something. This is what they keep repeating. I have no other words of, I have no other way of putting it. Selling something, selling a house, selling an apartment, selling a car, putting together your savings, because here what they're telling me is like where you are going to be coming, you're welcomed with like arms wide open. For some of you, it's this energy where somebody is going to help you, somebody is going to sponsor you. So it could be a company that is actually sponsoring you. The only thing I don't see over here, and this is not typical for pink quartz, I'm not seeing, maybe like this 1%, but I'm not seeing movement relocation because of love. It's more because of an opportunity, more because of some sort of calling. Some of you want to be teachers over here. There's something about mentorship, teachers, something that might have to do with working with other people, offering some sort of protection, boundaries, things like this. For some of you, accommodation is going to be provided to you, again, by the company. By the company, or they're going to give you like a particular allowance over here. But honestly, guys, this is something quite interesting. They're telling me that maybe some of your family members or friends might be against this move. Might be a little bit against this move. But I think they're mostly projecting their fears onto you, to be quite honest. This move could be happening. I know we're talking about 2024, guys, but I need to mention it. For some of you, it's 4 months. For others of you, it's 9 months. So this is a timeless reading. But of course, we are limited by 2024. So up until, you know, the end of 2024, you still got time for sure. For some of you, it's the beginning of 2025, but it's like very, very little of you. Very little of you. Okay, let me see how you're going to find it. You going to love it or hate it or what? I'm getting B, D, C, P, and O as letters. Those could be the initials of your name. Those could be the initials of the place that you will find yourself in. But let's see if you're gonna be happy with the move. You will be, but somebody is going to miss you. I don't know if it's a father figure or somebody that you're close to. Somebody's missing you over here. Somebody's definitely missing you over here. It will take a little bit of time to adjust and readjust, but you know that this move has something to do with you literally leveling up. It's something about more opportunities for what it is that you want to do. So I don't know, you know, if you want to become an actor, you might be going to LA, for example. This is just an example. Yeah, if you want to do something else, you might be going to like another place. But it's something about unexpectedly maybe missing people you didn't think you would miss. But there are people also going to be missing you. So there's lots of energy where certain relationship dynamics are going to look very different to you. Okay. See, that place transforms you. That place transforms you. They're kind of telling me, like, in this energy, you're going to be reborn. It's interesting to have the death and the rebirth that are coming together. Yeah. But it transforms you in a good way. To be quite honest with you, they're telling me that where this place is, where you end up, it's not going to be your final place. You might spend like 3 years there and then go somewhere else. Might have something to do with, what you call it? Might have something to do with you going in a relationship or ending in a relationship. Like there's an end of a relationship, right? So going in a relationship and this relationship ending, or because of like some sort of conflict in the relationship. But it's definitely going to influence you over here. Okay, what difficulties might you experience? Really quickly, what difficulties might you experience? Right, so here the cards are kind of suggesting it's more along the lines of you might feel money-wise you don't necessarily have enough or as much as you thought, but this is something that's quickly going to change. I think it's more of a fear, to be quite honest with you. Fear because you're like, oh, okay, now I kind of spend all my money and I kind of sold stuff, so you don't have that stability, so you might have to cut back a little bit, but only for a tiny bit, because with the energy of the Empress and the energy of the Wheel, this is some good stuff, you know. You're going to be finding yourself accumulating wealth, quite possibly creating a passive income source, but there is some they're saying that you have to be flexible. You have to be flexible. Maybe an old way of doing something, it's no longer going to work, right? And you might have to be flexible, but that flexibility leads you ultimately to abundance. But overall, very positive reading, my dears. Very positive readings. And the answer is yes, absolutely. Option number 1. That's what I have for you. If you're up for a personal read, send me a message, an email rather. The email's in the description box below the video. So there's a link to my Patreon with access to exclusive library with over 160 videos, free content, additional discounts on personal readings, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. All right, my darlings, take care now. Bye. My lovely option number 2. Hi, and welcome to your reading. You fell. You fell and then you got right back up. Okay. As I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud or in your head. Helps you better connect to the energies of this reading. Let's find out whether you guys should be packing your suitcases, whether you will relocate, whether nationally or internationally, by the end of 2024. Yeah, in this year, by the end of this year. Oh, hello, the world. Okay, show me why you came up undecided. Neither here nor there. Why? Show me. Okay, understood. So they're saying that the scales are balanced for now, but you will have to make a decision. So on one side, you have traditions, you have some sort of, I don't want to say it's peer pressure, but it's something that has to do with pressure. It's not in a negative context, but it's more like, do you, don't you? I think there are other people involved heavily in your decision, whether you relocate or not. Could be your children, could be your parents, could be relatives, could be boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse. There's something about like choosing the way, whether you go with the traditional way or you go your own way, because right now, over here, my lovely option number 2, you're excited. The same as option number 1, you're excited about this. You might be a little bit afraid, and again, there might be somebody influencing you. But I really want to do this. I really do want to do this. I will open up the cards a little bit more, but they're kind of saying, it's kind of, right now you're choosing between your path and the traditional path. And the traditional path might hold you back. The traditional path might be feeling safer right now. But then there's something within you that says, I want a different location. I want a different place. It's kind of like you're considering things, because here you would have to change a lot of things, right? If you move, you would have to change a lot of things that are already in place. So there's like this stability energy. And when we're talking about the world, for the majority of you, we're talking about an international move. So it's a big one, you know? It's a big one. But it's almost like the cards are saying, you really want to see what you're made out of. You really want to see where this road less traveled takes you. For some of you, it's domestic, but if you live in a big country, it's still going to feel almost a little foreign because it is far away. So here, for the majority of you, I'm not looking at somebody who's planning to move in a different area of the city. Here, we're talking something big, yeah? Here, we're talking a long car ride, a long train ride, and a long-ish flight. Okay. See, there's this power within you that wants to be unleashed. And deep down, you know that this power, this energy can only be unleashed in an environment where people are going to notice it. It has a lot to do with money. It has a lot to do, I think you guys are kind of juggling a couple of things. You're definitely considering this move. For some of you, it leads you to popularity. It leads you to connecting with popular people. Hell, some of you, you're destined to marry somebody who's very popular. But you have the star qualities yourself. Very strong mentorship abilities. You have. I'm speaking like a Yoda. Very strong. No, that wasn't Yoda. That was something else. Anyways, the point over here, my dears, is that you have the ability to break free. You honestly have the ability to break free and do something for yourselves over here. Has a lot to do with money. A lot to do with money over here. A chance. This ain't going to be offered a chance. And it's like a chance not to be missed. The decision, of course, is ultimately going to be up to you, but here. Okay, let me see if it's going to happen by the end of 2024 for the majority of you. If the answer is no, we'll take a look at when this could be happening. Yeah, end of 2024. For some of you, this is happening within the next 4 months. Let me see how this will happen. Guys, you're leaving, and this is what I have to tell you. You're leaving, you're going. I mean, the world card, they're like, yes, you're going to decide. You're going to decide. So for some of you, you're going to work remotely. I don't know how you're going to do this, or maybe you already can work remotely, but you're finding something that you can do anywhere in the world. For some of you, this is going to be a talent visa. A talent visa, an entrepreneurial visa. There's still going to be people over here who will try to hold you back. Maybe unintentionally. But you're saying, no, I need to pave my own path. But funny enough, you know what? Your family might join you later on. Your family might join you later on. Not straight away, it will be like a couple of years. But I think, both you and your family and whoever might be worried about you, they might join you later on. And you're going to be surprised because for some of you, your family who was kind of maybe not all for this move, they're going to help you financially. Because there's somebody coming through and saying, listen, I believe in you. I want you to do this. I'm scared as hell, but hey, you You got to do what you got to do. And this is what's coming through very strongly over here. It's a very sweet energy. Somebody's going to surprise you. And this also come through, you know, that maybe if you have some sort of inheritance money or something invested, you'll take that money, you'll take your savings, you'll go. Because it leads you ultimately towards love. Ultimately leads you towards love. Okay. Let me see whether you're going to love it or hate it there, wherever it is you end up. You're going to love it or hate it? Or is it going to be something in between? Okay. My darlings, if you're not married yet, you're getting married abroad. You're getting married wherever it is that you're going to go. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Honestly, you're being called to this particular place for a very strong reason. Because here you're falling in love. You're getting married. You're giving birth to a child, if that's what you want, you know. If you already have a child, your child's going to absolutely love it, or children. Yeah, gonna love it. I don't really know what else to add here. I almost don't want to pull out any more cards. But they're telling me by going somewhere, you will avoid something that's going to happen, something that wasn't meant to happen to you. So it's kind of like you're being protected. You're being protected. I'm just going to leave it there. Because I'm feeling like somebody's getting very, very emotional. Because maybe in a place of where you are, there are things happening that are beyond your control. The rules are tightening. Maybe there are some hostilities that are going on. Because I'm getting a very heavy feeling. But yeah, sometimes we gotta go because that's our only option. Because there is a severing of a trauma bond that's happening on the background over here. Like I said, I'm not going to get too deep. I'm not going to go too deep in a general reading. But those of you who know what I'm talking about, you know. And I feel for you, and I'm sending you a big, big hug. All right, anyways, option number 2. That's what I have for you, my dears. Hope you enjoyed this reading that resonated. If you're up for a personal one, all you gotta do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this video. So it's the link to my Patreon page with over 160 exclusive videos, additional discounts on personal readings, ad-free content, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. All right, guys, take care now. Bye. My lovely option number 3, if you guys were drawn to the green of entry, get comfy, and as I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud or in your head. Helps you better connect to the energies of the reading. All right, let's see whether you, my darlings, are relocating by the end of 2024. Tell me your story. Gorgeous. Okay, so for some of you, my dears, you might have won a green card. You might have won some sort of lottery. You have been chosen for something. Yeah, you might have been selected, or you will be selected as a successful candidate for a particular position, Let me see. For some of you, you're going to get some, I don't know if it's some sort of grant or something like this, especially if you guys are connected to some sort of healing, you know? Some sort of medicine, something is happening over here because they're telling me that you are being noticed, you're being recognized, and this opens you the door to wherever it is that you want to go. Some of you, it's a talent visa that's happening over here. Of course, the Three of Pentacles could also be talking about your company expanding and you being chosen. And right now, it's all kind of being decided. You're a little bit afraid. That's normal. And the decision ultimately is going to be up to you. I'm seeing two things over here, guys. For some of you, those are like the very polar opposites, but this is a general reading, so I have to mention. For some of you, you're afraid of the people you're going to leave behind, right? You're afraid of maybe not finding the right people in a new place. And for others of you, it's the total opposite. That you're so not connecting with people where you are right now. You feel like you're like imprisoned. And here you're afraid of losing the connections. Now, I must say that if you are in a long-distance relationship, the movement, the relocation, will definitely have something to do with that. So I don't know if it's out in the open just yet, but either you or your partner with whom you're in a long-distance relationship with, they're doing research. They're doing research as to how to possibly do it. And maybe things aren't really working out right now, but they will. So for some of you, this is a marriage visa. Either way, relocation is definitely on the cards. Let me see if it's going to be happening in the near future by the end of 2024. You're definitely walking away. It could take up to 8 months. So for the majority of you, yes, it's the end of 2024, beginning of 2025. But you're definitely choosing to walk away. And for lots of you, you're walking away towards love. You're going into the unknown. You're like, yeah, I have to be brave. I'm going into the unknown. So for some of you, you're choosing to literally follow your heart, whether it's a, romantic connection, whether it's just a calling of your heart. For the majority of you, this is going to be an international relocation. For some of you, I must say it's domestic, but it's going to feel like a brand new world. There's some countries out there that are so versatile that, if you go from one place to another, it's going to feel very different. Like people have a slightly more different mentality. Still, however, they're showing me that there are going to be ties to your hometown. So I don't know if you're going to be renting something out, but you're going to be financially secure in a sense that something in your hometown is still going to give you some sort of financial security. You could always come back. So you're making it like the move very safe for you. So yeah, you can always come back. Maybe it's going to be, for some of you, if you're moving for work, it could be like something along the lines of a trial period. And also if you're moving for love, you know, it could be a trial period because you're playing it very smart, where you are not burning bridges. You're definitely not selling everything. You're making sure that if it doesn't work, you have somewhere to come back to. So I keep hearing like a trial period. Okay. For the majority of you, August is going to be important when it comes to a decision, when it comes to getting a move on things. August comes through as an important month. Okay, let's see what could be standing in your way. You might be somebody who, and this is interesting, they're saying you might be sometimes quite impulsive. And you're like, okay, is it worth investing into this? And again, if we're talking about a long distance relationship, you're like, what if the flame goes out? What if? So you're going to have this energy of what ifs. And you'll be like, okay, well, I did this like similar thing in the past. So maybe you guys already moved somewhere in the past and it wasn't very good. So that experience is going to come back to haunt you a little bit. Yeah, definitely with the Eight of Swords. But then, you know, with research and there's something that's being confirmed over here. And it has nothing to do with your fears. It has more to do with seeing how you're making yourself feel better, how your life is going to improve with this move. Even if the work doesn't work out, even if the relationship doesn't work out, here, guys, you are somebody who has a very strong self-sufficiency energy where you know you're going to make it anyways. You're not really counting on other people. You're counting more on yourselves. And you're being very rational about it. So even if the past experience comes back to haunt you, you're like, you know what, I'm a different person now. I'm wiser now. I'm wiser, I'm older. And you definitely know how to handle difficult situations, you know? Where some people would be paralyzed with fear and kind of be like, I don't know what to do. No, you're a tough cookie over here. You're like, whatever, F it. I've been through a lot of things. I know how to handle things. Okay, let me see if you're going to love it or hate it. Whether things are going to work out in a new place. Gonna love it, hate it, in between. You're going to make it work. Let me see. So first and foremost, they're telling me that when it comes to rules and regulations and things like this, things are going to go really well. Like there's this energy of smooth like butter, right? Where everything kind of works out. Obviously, there are going to be a little bit, like, you know, some hitches up and there, here and there. But overall, things are going to go quite smoothly. And you're definitely feeling more confident. Definitely feeling more confident. They are showing me stability once again. You guys are going to make sure that you're financially stable. Some of you are teachers over here. Even if people try to con you or something like this, you're not going to fall for it. Like here, I'm getting that you are very protected by your spiritual team, by your rational mind, by other people. You're very protected. So yeah, there are going to be people who will try and take a mickey out of you. But it's not going to work. You'll be like, hey, no, hit the road, Jack, right? And I do have a very special message for some of you. You know, if you've been wanting, if it's been your dream to live next to the sea or next to the ocean, yes, it's going to happen. I'm getting a lot of boss energy a lot of boss energy, girl boss, boy boss, doesn't matter. What matters over here, guys, is that you're kind of stepping into your power. So I'm sensing this energy of a power place for you, you know? You're going to rethink and reconsider a lot of things. Maybe to a place where you're going to end up, things are going to slow down a little bit. But it's not going to prevent you from being happy. Because here I'm seeing, like, in this new place, you're going to rethink a lot of things that you thought you wanted. Your understanding of achievement, your understanding of goals. There's a reset button that's going to be pressed for sure. Financial success over here is pretty much guaranteed, guys. Don't take your chance. When we're talking about the relationship, let me see. The relationship, yeah, also good stuff, you know. Being more honest, having a better connection. It's looking very good. Yeah. Definitely, my dears, definitely. It's looking very good. I would tell you otherwise. I would tell you if it would be a mistake. I would tell you if you would have like some very, very difficulties. But no, it's looking good, especially when we're talking about your career, especially when we're talking about collaborations. All right, my lovely option number 3, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and resonated. If you're up for a personal one, all you gotta do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below the video, and I'll send you a list of readings and I'll explain to you how everything works. Also, do check my Patreon page out and take good care of your amazing selves now. Bye.